order, kneeling on the ground, hoarding, withholding, designed to starve the whole region into submission. The makeshift shelters direct portion of drinking water to raw sewage. The place I'm from is no longer on any map. The entire vertical profile, from atmosphere to subsurface, columns and processions of being in and affecting. I don't know what's the problems in that family. Probably poorness. Look out, post. Are these your names? From, we are from, where are you from? Say this, May speaking. Foundry, mill, warehouse, tannery, refinery, central clearing hall, infirmary, barracks, internment camp, auto plant, containment center, refugee camp. Dina and Sarah. We don't have to just keep reading, doesn't matter. We're not trying to read it together and just go at your own measure.
Maintain
Labor,
accumulation belonging to cooking measures captured in war. Convenience, fellow feeling.
Production, heirs, number. Counting
care,
herds, possessions.
Cooking reserve line.
Family contains injuries.
Heirs.
the number
Implements of production.
the capture,
Counting possessions.
rear,
Maintain
Isolation.
fair.
Feeling crude.
Belonging
Fellow
to and
feeling.
Accumulation of land.
and rear house.
Cooking reserve
Fellow
line.
feeling crude.
labor,
Familius inference.
child,
Cooking reserve.
Production, heirs, number.
isolation,
Fair.
Counting herds, possessions.
child, rear,
Family contains injury.
Belonging to.
family,
Implements of production. Counting
isolation, care,
possessions, isolated, feeling crude.
accumulation of
Accumulation of
land,
land.
Cooking reserve.
Cooking reserve line.
the number belonging,
Familius implements.
the capture,
Belonging to.
Production, heirs, number.
rear,
Counting
Heirs.
herds, possessions. Family contains injury. Implements of production.
labor,
Counting possessions.
child,
Isolated, feeling
evaporate,
crude.
isolation, isolate, care, accumulation of land, the number belonging, the captured, fellow feeling, crew. Trot, goods and mutual bit, marshal, hand, heady, courtesy. Water without water, third day, wait, yelling, the dawn, beautiful, deafening, stepped on people with shoes on. That which is forced outside, flesh, clothing, tourniquet, draped in the last section. Wicked, rounding, swept, cliff, burial mound, numb dispense, guarded Burmanian horse, tail, pilfer, citizen, greedy, sugar, mendacity, one head, four faces. And Michael well knows about, there are certain pages of this book that I can't read, that they can't really be vocalized per se. I mean, I can attempt, but then it would be, one among such multiple versions of the thing. But so they are there, and they sometimes look like, I don't know. I mean, some things can be read, some things can't be read. I'm not going to do that right now, but just so you know that I might have wanted to attempt it. But I will read one to close on a couple. Hooded fortune, snare, willful, wield, hummock, pled, sweet water, model, erupt, bundle, specular, scruple, from. Light of the full poor cell, verdant, meaning, duty is. So here comes the part where I wish I had a little protection.
Would it be useful to have if we move this table over?
Oh, no. I meant like something like, hi.
We could stack those speakers up.
I'm sure someone would volunteer to punch over.
Yeah.
That's good. All right. So this new project, which Michael, I think you mentioned when you sent out the notice, is called Civil Bath. I just have fewer and fewer words the longer I'm on the planet. And less syntax, apparently. What I thought I would do, rather than trying to say to you what undergirds the project, as if one could even begin to say something like that, which I think is a fairly odd thing to try. But here's something I might be able to do. There are actually more notations for myself, but ones that I want to try to share with you. Some of these are words, some of them are phrases, some of them are objects in the world. Some of them have words and no definitions, some of them have words and definitions, so you'll get it. But as a kind of surround to the work that I'll be doing next. If a species cannot find a sonic niche of its own, it will not survive. Autophony, unusually loud hearing of a person's own voice, breathing, or other self-generated sounds. High prestige language. Exaltation. Endophagia. A speech that is not audible or visible. Panama Canal. Threnody. Auscultation. The action of listening with ear or stethoscope in order to judge by sound the condition of heart, lung, and other organs. Orphic hymns. Isthmus, a narrow strip of land connecting two larger land areas, usually with water on either side. Or a narrow strip of tissue joining two larger organs. Erie Canal. Introduction. Translation from one language to another. Derivation by descent. Transmission from one to another. The act of transferring. Conveyance, transportation, transition, mutual aid. Leaning Russell, Bureau, Femoral, aberrant, as is pleasure, cataract, and this is where it gets, wish I had a curtain so you wouldn't see that. But it is as it is. This shuffling, Michael, is what I've been trying to talk to you about.
Yeah,
Just
sure.
things that can't be printed in a book. Okay. So. Incongruence of the blast. I saw something come out of the ocean. It was silvery and gold with leopard spots. And it had a flat white nose. Child, Soto Butcher. Adopted posture, prolapse, vulgar. Any of these. This, specular. Paid for with pizza boxes, dewatering process, electrified water field, contaminant sediments through the crossbars, wood receptors, fish biomass, dog cleft, popped day, at the warring Eco-Terra, the refinery forest intersects species, buildings that were poisonous. I left in a stupor. I hear the colt. In this next to hiding, Iridium redacted. To to the ground evidence of roots, or is it as simple as somewhere else to sit down, a handful of color, ill-conceived, out of dying tropical, happily warded, preternatural interval there I was a girl. Effacement of both father, mother, the, we. Diaphragm and prior termination, instruments of objectification, dull press, a late ignorance, a pilfering ignorance, collar being, eggplant heart. Burrow mask heart and inverted social sayings say. Tightening the grease barrel says, fingers curved about the face, dactylic perusal, a bone's insistence, a bruise banging works as wasps. Radiated notice in a swung reticence, dim-wit calendar, sewing. Cellular makeup, Inconium, a rigged somnambulous desire. The parabola insisted, and not even one implement. The scab of feeble attempt. Arches vermilion, arch of movable objects, captive for live spectacle, platform of armament and charts, a link of people sorted, size, strength, age, hemispheric lust. Corruption mocked before arms, boulders, mechanical parts or persons conferred on spent fuel, pledged to asunder. Humble rules for eyes and fingers, between uptake and socking lungs by arms and legs leashed by the wallets of tongues, taught to make coffins for each other. So what's happening is that I'm trying to read as much in a straight line as the elements were actually written in one of the tugs. And then there are other things that come in that are autonomous or freestanding from that. Right, the line that, in a sense, is perpetual. This is one of the things I'm trying to do. 15 to a stretcher, uproaring or supine, deferred insistence, more than germinal, sphere of action, periphrasis, paraphractic, Who prefers a schema? What is made safe by a schema? Act of protest and commemoration. The relay to the station of water. The ears are permissible. A single aleph in red, line 7 of columns, recited 6 times. Warbler, ever respite. It is conceded that an interoceanic canal through any of the isthmus passes of the Western Hemisphere is a necessity for the present or prospective commerce of the world. With the advantage of modern science, a canal can be built anywhere involving only the question of expense, provided water can be found to fill it. Beasts battening, they irritate their insensibly purchasers. Edicts bore seizures and swollen groans. The child will be lava tubes, wide and shallow, the care one knows. Suppressed in a logic. Appendages intertwined, blood scraps.